Democrats are all about just stopping any progress. And that is crazy because they're supposed to be progressives, but they're not. Mm-hmm. They're just getting in the way of everything and they're making shit up. JB Pritzker, that
the fat dude.
Yes. The guy that Gutfeld said last night looks like he ate Chris Christie.
He's not wrong.
So he's trying to say, you guys, that the reason that prices in the grocery remain high is because democracy is ending under Trump or something. Mm-hmm. Listen,
you got to remember that the things that I'm speaking out about now about, the threat to our democracy, this is not a message to win elections on. It's something people need to know. They need to know that that's happening. But, if you talk to 100 people, knock on 100 doors, and I've knocked on an awful lot of doors running for office, and you say to people, democracy is at risk, nobody knows what that looks like. They've never experienced it before. Yeah. And the reality is what people need to hear about is what the effects of that are. The prices at the grocery store are going up because democracy is being taken away.
This guy.
What?
I mean, this guy, I just can't. He's one of the good billionaires that we're supposed to listen to. Is that right? Am I getting that right? He's fine. He's on the right side. So he's a good billionaire. I mean, give me a break. He also was so pissed off about RFK getting appointed because he's like, oh my God, all of our health is going to suffer. Have you looked in the mirror, dude? Have you seen yourself lately? Maybe handle that before you start dissing that guy. I think he knows a little bit more about health than you do. Unreal.
Amy Klobuchar also absolutely having a hissy fit about all of the changes, about people leaving various departments and agencies. And she really wanted her colleagues to think about it because there's a stink, you guys. There's a stink, she says.
Beg my colleagues, instead of picking apart bills that we're not even passing, to actually do their jobs and look at what is right in front of you. Nominees who are saying that they will not follow court orders. FBI agents who have done nothing but do their jobs, getting fired. Prosecutors who have devoted themselves, who are conservatives and members of the Federalist Society, who are respected by so many people that who are stepping aside because they can't stand this stink over our Constitution and our country. That's what I'm asking you to look at as we look at not just these nominees, but everything that's happening in our country today.
Is she okay? Is she all right?
No,
somebody needs to check on her.
Not okay.
I wish there was a man sitting next to her that just went, you need to calm down.
Calm down.
You just need to calm down, Amy. All right. She looks so distraught.
Oh my God. She was shaking with rage.
God, are you all right? Maybe go make another video out in the snow, lady. Go touch snow. Yeah.
Yesterday, we talked about Gavin Newsom starting a podcast, and there's been backlash, as you might imagine. And so reporters were asking him yesterday if that's really the best use of his time. And here is how he responded.
I might say that's a bit of a distraction from your day job.
No, it's essential for my day job. It's an opportunity to communicate people, respecting all of you directly. The world's changed. We need to change with it in terms of how we communicate and continue additional touch points, have two-way conversations, which are part of that podcast as well, in terms of having people be able to engage me directly. And I want to engage people that often I engage with in private and make public those conversations. And I think that's what inspired this. I had some interesting conversations with people I deeply disagree with. And we found a lot of common ground. And I said to someone, one of those conversations, I said, wish this was been recorded, because I think it would distill a sense of well-being people. That we don't hate each other while we have different points of view. You actually expressed some interesting insight, I said, that I didn't fully appreciate, and I hope I offered the same. And so that was the idea for the website. Well, one of them will be on shortly, and there'll be a reason for the guests that will be on, because it sort of reflects some of those conversations. And so I just think that's important.
He uses all the, those guys when we used to work in corporate America that used all the right corporate speak. And he's like, touch points and paradigm shift and all the other. I mean, it's just such bullshit. He just spews bullshit out of his face. And people are like, oh God, like when liberal women are like, he's so hot and greasy. So hot.
He should be president.
guy is just you. Anybody with half a brain cell can see right through this guy. He is just so full of crap. It's unbelievable that he's in the position that he's in. He would not ever make it in the private sector, except for the words. You know what I mean?
Right. He's good at the words.
He'd be good at the words and the touch points. Shut up, Gavin. God. And it makes me wonder, listen, the whole podcast thing, him doing it makes me think, okay, he thinks that's somehow more lucrative, maybe, or do you think he's going to run for something else in addition?
He's going to run. Oh yeah, he's going to run.
Okay.
He's going to run. Absolutely.
So he feels like he has to
doing this as a platform to help him run.
Right. He has to be a celebrity. He has to become more of a celebrity and more in people's faces. And he has to schmooze more in order to get to that next level, which is president, right? I mean, he wants to run for president.
Yeah.
Gross.
He's absolutely going to run. There's no way he's not.
And there will be so many dumb people that vote for him.
Yeah.
That's what's so astounding to me. It's just the amount of stupidity in this country. When you fall for that, they're the same people that would have gotten into a car with Ted Bundy.
Okay, now, hey, that's not fair. Because I would have gotten into the car, but I would never vote for Gavin.
Mark would have totally gotten into the car, you guys.
I would have gotten into that car.
I think you would now. I think when you were like in your 20s and 30s, you would have gotten into the car.
In that time period, like when it was, nobody thought people were that creepy. You know what I mean?
She would have gotten into the car. I wouldn't have.
Quick break to talk about you guys, Coat Defense. This is the miracle preventative and also treatment powder for dogs. If you have itchy, scratchy, stinky, yucky dogs, not that your dogs are yucky. Nobody has yucky dogs. That's not even a thing. But if you have dogs with skin issues who are, maybe they're chewing their toe beans and maybe they're like doing a lot of licking and just scratching, they probably have a yeast infection. And that is not necessarily something that you got to go rushing to the vet about, especially when you have this in your back pocket. This preventative powder, you can sprinkle it directly on your dog, into your dog's ears, between their toe beans, and even all over their bedding, because you can nip a lot of the yeast infection causes in the bud, get rid of that bacteria, and then you have no more smelly dogs and no more itchy dogs and no more scaly dogs, and they feel better and they're happier, and that's what you want, right?
That's true.
Is happy, yummy smelling dogs. And this is the stuff that can make it happen. Plus, they have really nice, gentle shampoo for dogs. So you can check that out as well at coatdefense.com. Coatdefense.com. The code is CHICKS. It will save you 15% off of your entire order. The reason for my name today is because Maxine Waters was caught getting out of a car, walking into a building, and there was like somebody there with a phone asking her questions about Elon. And I think at first she thought this was a person who was on her side, and then quickly realized that it wasn't. And she gets so weird.
Yes, she does.
Video.
She starts singing or something. Like, what was that?
She's like, oh no.
She's doing a little ditty.
Please enjoy.
I think they should get Elon Musk out of there messing with any of our departments.
But we love to be, don't you want to be accountable to what's happening with the homeless and everyone that is out on the streets, the people that have mental illness?
We don't want a non-elected man appointed by the president to start making people go home, lose their jobs, and all of that.
How can they lose their They're going to have more money to learn and come out.
Oh no, he's tricking you. You're getting fooled.
I'm a Trump supporter, and I love what President Trump is doing. Yo amo a Presidente Trump.
Oh no.
Es un presidente, el mejor presidente de la comunidad hispana should know. What do you tell them?
Insane. Like, seriously, I can't. One strong wind and that hair is off. Like, it's just gonna go down the road. Like that, it was almost like on the verge. It was teetering. You know what I mean? It was like gasping for breath. That wig was. It was really bad. Also, why are walking cadavers representing the American people? Why?
So many.
There's so many walking cadavers, you guys. I don't understand. Like, she is insane.
Yeah, that was fun though. I liked watching it.
That was a good one.
Also, Sunny Hostin, not on The View, but like on a whole other show, was talking about
other shows. Oh my god!
I know.
Okay, wow.
I know. She was talking about how she's so concerned about people who are not in favor of DEI, and she gives a very profound reason.
Okay.
It makes me feel that you don't want diversity, equity, and inclusion. And the Republican Party and the conservatives have done a great job of bastardizing that term. And I think it needs to be retaken and explained.
So she's like, if you say that you are not in favor of DEI, it makes me feel like you are not in favor of DEI.
Yes.
Good job.
It makes me feel like you're not in favor of diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's what it stands for. Did you know that? Yeah, we know that. We know.
My God.
We want a society based on merit. God, these people. Yeah. Okay. We don't want DEI. DEI sucks. It's like the soft bigotry of low expectations. Is that what it is? It's a lot of that. And a lot of just not picking the best person for the job, which is what America should be all about. It doesn't matter how much melanin you have in your skin. It doesn't matter if you have lady parts or not. Just pick the best person. What a concept. That doesn't make people racist or sexist. We just want the right people doing the jobs, because especially in positions where they're trying to keep me safe.
Yes, exactly.
Somebody who's like a pilot or doing air traffic control. I don't care what color they are. I don't care if they have parts like me. I just want the right person doing the right job, keeping my family safe.
Mm-hmm. So I have no problem with Elon getting himself involved with the FAA. In fact, that gives me great comfort, and I think it should to other people as well. But naturally, you're going to have the hags of the view ripping on Elon at every possible opportunity, even when they end up sounding like complete xenophobes and anti-immigrant, which is exactly how Joy Reid came across yesterday. And then she ended up having to backpedal because she accused him of being pro-apartheid,
right?
Which is super batshit, but here she is.
I don't think he ever wanted really the responsibility of the job. He's not really bright enough to handle the job.
Oh my God.
And Elon Musk kisses his butt and strokes his tiny ego or big ego, whatever it is. And he doesn't get to he can take a nap while the guy was not born in this country. Who was born under apartheid in South Africa, so has that mentality going on. He was pro-apartheid, as I understand it.
He's a naturalized citizen,
right?
Now.
He's a naturalized
citizen. A naturalized citizen.
Oh, really? How did he do that? Did he come over the border
legally?
Now I'm getting some flack because I said that Musk was pro-apartheid. I don't really know for sure if he was. He grew up at that time when apartheid was in full bloom, before the great Nelson Mandela fixed that. He was around at that time, but maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. He might have been a young guy, too.
Might have been.
So don't be suing me, okay, Elon?
Why not?
Wow.
They're allowed to say any lie they want, but we have to be really strict. That's why this show's important.
Yeah, it's important for you to get out there and spew stuff that isn't true, and then have to go, well, I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying that he's pro-apartheid. Wow.
Yeah.
These women and people are clapping. The seals in the audience. I need to talk to those people. Like, what is wrong with you?